Welcome students to day 4 of our unit lesson on multiplication. Today we'll be exploring different pictures and images that can be used to understand multiplication, specifically more on shapes. So let's jump right in. Here we are presented with a problem. We'll work together to find the answer for this one, okay? The question says, how many sides are there on 6 triangles? Here's a hint. There are 3 sides to one triangle. But you know this, you learned this in kindergarten. But there's how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now here are some questions to help you develop a equation that can help you find the answer. Which number tells us how many equal groups? What does the 3 represent in your equation? So that means our equation has a 3. Perhaps it has to do with the sides. What does the product represent? I'm going to show you this e-tool that you will be able to use as well to help us understand equal groups and the objects within. So there are, again, 6 triangles. 6 triangles, and each triangle would have 3 sides. So let's see. Let's go up here. Let's see. This little button starts it over in case it gets stuck. So I'm going to go to my number 6 because that represents my 6 triangles. Each triangle has 6 sides. I'm sorry, 3 sides. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. Oops, it didn't lock. Here we go. Now it locked. We know that there's 6 groups of triangles, and in each triangle there's 3 sides. So what do you think our multiplication equation would look like? If you said 6 times 3, you're on the right track. You get a little hint right here. It gives you the product. Right here, it'll tell you 18. Even if you didn't have the answer right here, I still would like you to think of a strategy that you can use to find out how many sides all the triangles have, all 6 triangles have. So one strategy you can do is skip count by 6. 6, 12, 18. But if that's a little bit too much for you, you can always skip count by 3s. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Now going back to our slide, we're going to put in our equation. So we have 6 triangles that represents our equal groups. And in each triangle, and all the objects in one, is 3 equal. The answer again is 18. We're going to do one more together so I can show you a little bit more of the tools that you'll be using. And then I want you to come up with your own examples using the shapes and then using the counter tool to help you build arrays. You don't have to use it if you don't want to. You can actually draw it on your own. Or you can actually count the sides all in one. But try to use multiplication strategies using skip counting, repeated addition. Okay? After this activity, you will go into Padlet and you will answer a question to share with the rest of the students. So you can use this tool to come up with different scenarios for your multiplication equations. Let's say this time I'm going to create a story here because you will create a story in your next, in your last final lesson for the unit. So I have 5 birthday presents. They're all square shaped. I need to figure out how much wrapping paper I have. But in order to do, in order to wrap the whole box, I need to know how many sides I are in all the boxes, so I can calculate how much wrapping paper I need. That'll be for another topic when you can go into measurements. But for now, I want to know how many sides are in all my 5 squares. Now let's examine one. We know that one box has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. Now, yeah, I can keep going with my counting, like 5, 6, 7, 8, or we can use multiplication strategies to help us solve this problem quicker. So let's go back to using our other tool. So now we got to think of how we can display this on the array. So we have groups of 4. There's 4 sides in each square. How many squares were there again? 5. So I'm going to take my, when it's stuck, you use this. I'm going to take my array maker and I'm going to go up to 5 because there are 5 squares. And there's how many sides again? 4 in each square. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Oopsies, didn't lock. Click it to lock. And then we have our factors here, which we counted 5 and 4. And you can get a sneak peek, but please try to use your multiplication strategies. I can count by 1, 2, 3, 4. I can count 5 4 times, or I can count by 4s, but 5s is a little easier, isn't it? Whatever your preference is. So my equation, it would be 5 times 4 equals 20, which is our product. It's our total number of sides for our boxes. And I just want you to explore and try to imagine the possibilities that you can use. This is an exploration lesson. I'm going to ask you in Padlet to share one example that you use with the online resources, and you're going to state what your equation was and what's your product. If you have any concerns or questions, you can always email me. I will link in some resources to help you with the tools. If you need help doing certain things, there are help buttons. You can press the question mark and you'll have a help button. It gives you some basic other features that you can use. Right now I think you'll probably just use the array maker. There's also counters here, but the other tool will be best for the shapes. And you can maneuver along through both of those resources. Thank you for learning with me. I hope you enjoyed seeing this activity, and I look forward to seeing what you have to say in Padlet. Bye.